Liverpool make first offer for Marc Guehi as transfer details explained. Liverpool are preparing for one of their most crucial transfer moves in years, as they make a decisive $35 million bid for Crystal Palace captain Marc Guehi, a signing that could reshape both the Reds' defensive future and the final hours of the Premier League summer transfer window. Liverpool have made their first official offer for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi, with multiple outlets including The Athletic confirming that a $35 million proposal has been submitted without add-ons as the Premier League champions aim to strengthen Arne Slot's backline before the September 1st transfer deadline. The Reds' bid, though yet to receive a formal response from Selhurst Park, represents the latest step in a long pursuit of the 24-year-old England international, who has emerged as one of the most admired centre-backs in English football. Guehi's current contract situation has only increased Liverpool's confidence, as he has just 12 months remaining on his deal with Palace, meaning the South London club must either sell him now or risk losing him for nothing next summer if fresh terms are not agreed. That reality adds urgency and pressure on Palace chairman Steve Parish and head coach Oliver Glasner, both of whom have expressed conflicting positions in public. Parish has acknowledged a sale is possible under the right conditions, while Glasner has made it clear he wants to keep his captain for at least one more season, particularly after leading Palace into the Europa Conference League group stage. Speaking after that qualification, Glasner made an emotional appeal, saying, "Everybody can see how many players we have available. Everybody can see how important Marc is. Honestly, I don't know what will happen, but I really deeply hope Marc will play for us at Villa Park. I deeply hope that Marc will play until the end of the season for us." Those words underline the sense of vulnerability surrounding Palace as they weigh financial reality against sporting ambition. For Liverpool, the reasoning behind this move is clear. Despite winning the Premier League last season, their defensive unit has shown signs of needing reinforcement. Virgil van Dijk, still a towering presence, is 34 and cannot be relied upon for another 4 or 5 years at the highest level. Ibrahima Konaté, although immensely talented, has struggled with recurring injuries that disrupt consistency. Joe Gomez remains versatile, but has failed to secure a permanent spot at centre-back, often being used as a utility option across the back line. The promotion of young Giovanni Leone offers promise, but at just 18 years old, he cannot be expected to anchor the defense throughout a demanding domestic and European campaign. Arne Slot, stepping into the Anfield dugout this summer, has been vocal in internal discussions about the importance of balance and depth in central defense. Guehi fits his vision perfectly, comfortable on the ball, tactically intelligent, and already proven in the Premier League. Unlike foreign imports who may need adaptation time, Guehi would arrive as a ready-made solution, capable of slotting in immediately while also representing the future of Liverpool's backline. The $35 million bid is also reflective of Liverpool's cautious but ambitious approach in the transfer market under FSG and new sporting director Richard Hughes. Having already spent significant sums on midfield reinforcements over the last 2 windows, the club has remained mindful of profit and sustainability rules, PSR, which limit how much can be spent relative to revenue. A fee of $35 million for a player with Guehi's pedigree is seen as a calculated risk, large enough to tempt Palace into serious negotiations, but measured enough to avoid jeopardizing the club's financial compliance. Reports suggest Palace may hold out for closer to 45 to 50 million, and whether Liverpool are willing to raise their offer in the final days of the window remains an open question. Past precedent indicates they are prepared to act decisively when they believe the right player is available. Deals for Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister last summer were both executed quickly, once valuations aligned. Beyond finances, the Guehi pursuit reflects Liverpool's broader strategy in the post-Jurgen Klopp era. With Arne Slot tasked with maintaining competitiveness while refreshing an aging squad, the club's recruitment priorities have shifted toward players who can contribute immediately, but also remain core figures for years to come. Guehi, at 24, is at the perfect stage, old enough to bring experience, young enough to improve further. Comparisons with other targets make this clearer. Chelsea's Levi Colwill, another admired figure, is essentially untouchable given his long-term contract. French defender Castello Luqueba and Bayer Leverkusen's Piero Hincapié both offer talent but would require time to adjust to English football. Guehi's Premier League track record makes him uniquely attractive, particularly with the additional leadership qualities he has demonstrated as Palace captain. The timing of Liverpool's move cannot be ignored either. Transfer deadline week is notorious for last-minute drama, and the Reds have often chosen this period to strike. While much of the spotlight has been on Newcastle striker Alexander Isak, who is currently refusing to train or play as speculation over his future intensifies, Liverpool have quietly prioritized their defensive needs. For many supporters, this is the correct approach. Social media reaction to the Guehi bid has been overwhelmingly positive, with fans describing him as the perfect successor to Van Dijk and a player Liverpool have needed for years. Pundits have echoed those sentiments, with Jamie Carragher reiterating his view that strengthening at centre-back is non-negotiable if Liverpool want to sustain challenges across multiple competitions. For Crystal Palace, however, losing Guehi at this stage could be devastating. His influence on the pitch has been enormous, but equally important has been his leadership off it. As captain, he has guided a young squad through transitions and lifted standards since joining from Chelsea in 2021. Selling him now, with the Conference League group stage ahead and replacements difficult to secure at short notice, risks undermining much of the progress Oliver Glasner has built. Palace have been linked with several defensive targets, but time is short and pressure is mounting. Parish faces an unenviable dilemma: cash in now for a significant sum, or hold firm and risk losing Guehi on a free in a year's time. From Guehi's perspective, the opportunity is almost irresistible. A move to Liverpool would not only offer him Champions League football and a chance to compete for major honors, but it would also boost his international standing. With Gareth Southgate preparing England for the 2026 World Cup cycle, playing at a club of Liverpool's stature would strengthen Guehi's case for becoming a mainstay in the national team. His composure, reading of the game, and ball progression have already earned him praise at international level, and a platform like Anfield could elevate him further. As the countdown to the deadline intensifies, the sense of anticipation grows. Liverpool's $35 million bid is on the table, Palace are deliberating, and the football world waits for the next twist. Will Palace reject the offer and gamble on Guehi staying for another season? Will Liverpool raise their bid closer to $45 million to get the deal over the line? Or will another club attempt to hijack the transfer in the final hours? Whatever the outcome, this saga underscores the relentless drama of deadline week and the high stakes facing both clubs. For Liverpool, securing Guehi would represent more than just another signing. It would be a symbolic moment in the early Arne Slot era, a demonstration that the club is prepared to back its manager with the tools he needs to succeed. It would also serve as a reassuring message to supporters still adjusting to life after Jurgen Klopp, showing that the ambition to compete at the top remains undiminished. For Crystal Palace, the decision will define their season: keep their captain and risk financial loss, or sell him and attempt to rebuild with limited time. What is certain is that Marc Guehi's future is now at the heart of one of the summer's most gripping transfer stories. Liverpool have made their move, the deadline looms, and the fate of one of England's most promising defenders hangs in the balance.